Hey you! You like ad-free content, early access to videos, and exclusive perks like check-ins and giveaways? Or maybe you just want to support Two Broke Sailors? Head to our Patreon to find out more. The link's in the description down below. I just got a call from the dockmaster that apparently our furling snapped and our jib flew across the two boats next to us, and the furling whiplashed and cracked either the windshield or the hatch of one of those fishing boats next to us. John had to meet his boss for something, and I got summoned for jury duty. So right after rebedding our chain plates, we packed up the car and headed back to Atlanta. We had a whirlwind of a trip, so here's a quick recap. We stayed with my mom and stepdad while we were in Atlanta, and on Saturday night, somebody broke out the fireball. On Sunday morning, Arsenal played Man City, a huge game, and we were excited to watch them play at our favorite pub in Atlanta. But unfortunately, the fireball did a number on me, and I spent the first half fighting for my life. On Wednesday night, John and I celebrated our anniversary with a dinner at Fogo de Chao, thanks to a gift card we got for Christmas. I was hoping to get out of jury duty, but unfortunately my group got called. So at 7:30 in the morning, I fought through Atlanta traffic for old time's sake and did my civic duty. On Monday, the newly formed Hurricane Helene was all over the news, and we started to get nervous about our boat down in Fort Pierce. And in spite of being in North Georgia, we still weren't out of the woods. It was looking like Helene was heading straight for Atlanta.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Brennan here at the National Hurricane Center. It's just after 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday, September 26th, coming on with the latest on very dangerous Hurricane Helene, which is rapidly approaching the Florida Big Bend coastline. Helene has strengthened today. It's a powerful Category 3 hurricane, maximum sustained winds of around 125 miles per hour. Expecting some continued intensification, and Helene could certainly make landfall as a Category 4 hurricane. Helene is moving very quickly to the north-northeast, as I mentioned, and with a powerful hurricane moving fast, it's not going to have time to weaken very much before it moves quite far inland.
Our tropical storm Helene is now moving over Georgia, with officials there reporting 5 people have died in the state. Flash flood warnings are in place for several parts. Over 1 million customers there are without power. Catastrophic flooding has led to evacuations and rescues like this one overnight, where emergency officials rescued a woman, her baby, and 2 dogs through the flooded streets of Atlanta.
Luckily, we never got hit up where my mom lives in North Atlanta, but the boat didn't fare so well. Before we left, we didn't think there was going to be a hurricane passing through. Now it's Thursday. Atlanta's getting some weather. Fort Pierce is obviously getting some weather, even though the hurricane is hitting in the Panhandle. And I just got a call from the dockmaster that apparently our furling snapped and our jib flew across the two boats next to us, and the furling whiplashed and cracked either the windshield or the hatch of one of those fishing boats next to us. So, gonna have some damages to repair when we get back. Gonna have some damages to pay to have repaired. Overall, not a great time to be away from our boat, so yeah. It was great to see everyone and hit up some of our favorite spots, but it was time for us to get back to the boat and deal with the damage Helene left behind. When we got back, the state of things was grim. It definitely could have been worse, but we were not looking forward to filing the insurance claim. And we were a bit embarrassed to be the talk of the marina. According to the dockmaster, the high winds blowing through the marina began forcing the Genoa open, which put too much tension on our forestays and furling, and eventually they gave out. One of our neighbors actually got the whole thing on video. Unfortunately, when the stay dropped, it cracked the hatch on a sailboat 2 slips down from us. A 51-foot Jeanneau, to be exact. Yeah, that won't be a cheap fix either. Oh well, I guess this is what we have insurance for. Obviously, we had to get it off the dock, so the temporary solution was laying it across the deck. But we wanted to inspect everything and see what could be salvaged. So, a few nights later, we dragged it down the dock to the parking lot of the marina and opened everything up. No paparazzi, please. Okay, so the furling and the sail are beyond repair. We just dragged them off the boat out here to the parking lot of the marina. We cut the sail off the furling. We couldn't even slide it off the track because the furling's so bent up. So we cut the sail off. We're gonna try to recycle the sail, maybe make some pillowcases. Maybe I'll try and make the hatch covers out of them. I'm not sure yet, but we'll do something with it. The furling we bent up into a ball, and unfortunately it's on its way to the dumpster. Even though we've had some trying times in the last week, it wasn't all bad. I did get some good news too. Right, finally found a job, so that's exciting. I am a bartender at a golf course. So that's what I'm doing now. Finally making some money. It's still kind of slow season here, but it'll start picking up in the next month or two, and then I should make some pretty good cash. I've started doing the rover thing, just for some side money. I'm dog sitting right now for a lovely family in Port St. Lucie, dog/house sitting. Yeah, so I'm feeling good that we're into the money now, and we should finally be able to start saving for some of those bigger projects, like the rest of the deck that we need to fix, the solar panels, an autopilot that we need to buy, and oh yeah, a new roller furling and for sale. So glad to be making some money. We definitely got some money to spend. So there's your update this morning. I wish we could end the video here, but while we were cleaning up the damages Helene left behind, we saw that another hurricane was forecasted to hit us a week later.
There is the Category 5 now. That was upgraded at 5 p.m. from the National Hurricane Center, 165 mile-an-hour winds. Here's the track, 150 mile-an-hour winds, still a Category 4 hurricane.
With no force there, our mast was pretty sketchy. But with little to no time to have it replaced, we had no choice but to secure the boat as well as possible and get the hell out of Dodge.
Good morning. It is Monday, October 7th, and we are escaping another hurricane.
Yep, thought we made it out of the last one, just for another one to pop up less than a week later. So, Hurricane Milton's looking pretty bad. I don't think we are going to try to stay, I know we're not going to try to stay on the boat with those 100-mile-per-hour winds. So we're heading back up north with our family, and I think we're going to take a nice little holiday to make it all worth it.
Yep, we're going to go camping up in Hiawassee. So
Stay tuned. Back-to-back hurricanes is less than ideal, especially as boat owners. But as stressed as we were about the possibility that we could be homeless in the next few days, we made the most of it and traveled up to the North Georgia mountains for a camping trip to clear our heads. We found refuge in the picturesque mountain town of Hiawassee and had such an incredible time disconnecting from the rest of the world up here.
It's been too long. Let's get away from the cold. Go, I'll take you there. It's a long way to anywhere. I will not wait or worry, knowing that life's a hurry.
gets old. We're cooking dinner tonight, or I'm cooking dinner tonight. John's finishing up some work. Dogs are chilling, sorta. Pumpkin's trying to eat the neighbor. But we're out here, and I'm trying to cook dinner. We're going for like a chicken and pesto pasta kind of situation. And I know what you're thinking. Abby, pasta on a fire. That's bold. I agree. Cooking on the fire is going to be hard because you can't really control the temperature very easily. So we'll see what happens. We might end up with half-cooked pasta. The chicken I think will be fine though, so.
And now's the time to make a stand.
The storm may overcome the sky. The clouds around the mountains top. It won't shake you nor will I.
Alright, we gave up on the pasta. We went with kale and beans instead. What do you think?
I mean, it's great for cooked over a campfire.
And here's the dinner time view. While we were hiding out, Milton pushed its way through Florida, and though the actual hurricane didn't do too much damage on Fort Pierce, they were hit pretty badly by tornadoes. As we watched the news, we worried about our boat, but once the dust had settled, we reached out to the dockmaster, who informed us that the only damage we took was to our bimini. We stopped in Helen on our way back down the mountain to partake in some Oktoberfest festivities. Our last stop was a night at my mom's in Atlanta, and we checked out a local brewery while we caught up with her and my stepdad. Now that Milton was gone, it was time to head back to Fort Pierce and get to work. There's repairs to be made and outfitting to be done if we're ever going to get to the Caribbean before next year's hurricane season. If you made it this far, hopefully you enjoyed the video. We're going to need all the help we can get on this journey, including yours. If you want to help support us on this adventure and help us keep making videos like these, check out our Patreon. The link's in the description. And if you want to follow along with us, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. We'll see you guys next week.